line this time. That's it.
Okay, right.
And keep dipping as soon as you feel that the brush is drying up.
Okay, just in a wee bit, right?
Yes.
That's it. I always feel that there's too much paint on it. Have I too much on that?
No, just as long as it doesn't run. Keep that going and then take this. That's okay. Keep coming across. Bring it right across to the end.
Right.
Now go back and go into the bubble this time.
Right. Okay.
Now you see the way that's bringing it down the paper.
Yeah.
Back into your paint.
It's called paint management, basically, is what we're talking about
Exactly,
here.
that's what it is.
Back in the,
trying to control the wash. That's it.
And I have a tendency to go back the other way. It's always the one way.
Always the one way.
Always one way.
You were doing that with the first wash, you see, and what you're actually doing is taking the paint off again. That's it.
Yes.
And every time you feel the brush drying up, go into the paint.
Yeah, okay.
Now just watch this bubble over
Yeah,
on
I
the far
see it.
side.
I've got my eye on it.
That's it.
No bubble's going to get me. Okay, right. Yeah.
But that's
you have to be quick in this, don't you? You have to be quick. You can't hang about.
No, because the paint's drying all the time, and if we want to bleed a colour into that, we must work quickly.
Yeah.
Well, tell me this, Gerry. You know, you've been up around this area as a youth.
Yeah, yeah.
And was the beach always deserted as
Never
this?
a being on it. The strange thing about Donegal, all the beaches are like this. There's so many of them. They're so beautiful. They're so clean, and they'd be so attractive, you would imagine, to everybody. But people around here, Donegal people themselves, have never been interested in the beach. You'd never see any locals on the beach. I suppose maybe people in Spain or France would be the same, but I think Donegal people don't actually like the beach.
Yeah.
And that's one of the beauties about this. That's why people come here. That's why when Japanese and Germans and all kinds of tourists come here, they're amazed because you see this total expanse. There's not a being on this beach. I'm sure it would be the same on a Sunday in high summer.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Did you come to it yourself whenever you were young?
No, I did actually, yeah.
The next bit we want to concentrate on, Gerry, is the background hills. Now this is after we've finished the beach and we're going to move here and give some distance and middle ground into the painting. Now if you notice, if you look up at the hills there, you can see that they do recede quite a bit, and it's all that heather and moss and rocks up there. Now we can't paint that all in, but what we want to do is suggest that kind of a feeling to it.
I couldn't paint it anyway.
Well, you're going to.
All right. I'll suggest, we'll paint a suggestion of it.
That's right. So what we do first of all is put on a wash of ultramarine and light red. Now this gives us a nice purplish blue. So if you want to take that brush and we want to fill this area as quickly as possible.
Down along this line?
Yes, following along the line to give the outline of the mountain. Keep it.
Don't worry about those wee bits.
That'll do. Stop there and come back down and bring that all down. Coming into your paint.
All right.
I'll just load the brush for you.
Okay, right.
There you are. Fill that all out now. Take it all down.
Yeah.
Take it all down together. You know, bring it all with you.
Okay.
In short runs.
Oh, I see, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It's tricky enough. Where are we here?
Yeah, get that for you.
Well, I get to paint the walls. The stone walls.
And then we have to feed some green into that because we have a bit of grass and moss and stuff up there, and you see if we feed that in we can get a feeling of green and heather.
Just bits here and there?
But keep the directional brush stroke of the fall moving up there now, and just soften that top out. Because you see the way it's drying and it's getting very... You see that mushroomed area there?
That wee bit there?
Yes.
Right, okay. How do I do that?
Now you see this here, you need to soften that. That's
right.
You need to blend that in.
Yeah. Tricky enough, isn't it?
It is. It's just a matter of bleeding the colours in, you know, to make sure that you don't get a big hard line in the middle of the mountain.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Now we'll just let that dry, and then we can do this near to area of the mountain. You know, this bit that's closer to us, there's more green in that.
Right.
And if you look up there, you can see that there's light shining on it. There's dark green, light green, and little walls and things.
Yeah.
So we need to suggest those.
The little walls are nice.
Whenever this is dry.
Yeah.
Now that the top of the mountain here is dry, Gerry,
right,
we're going to go on to this bit that you walked up, you know, up along that path. And if you look at that, it's a lot greener than what's behind it.
It is, yeah.
It's because it doesn't have so much heather or that on it. So we're going in with a mixture of Windsor yellow and Windsor blue, and we're going to cover that whole area with strokes of the brush coming down in the direction of the fall. Here you go. Coming down in the direction of the fall. That's it. Take it all down at the same time, you know. Don't come right across, just bring it all down. No, from here, you know.
Sorry, right, yes. Okay. What about this here? I don't bother about that.
Yes, bring that right in.
Yeah. What do I do now? I go down here.
You just continue on with that, and you see what I'm doing there. I'm just bringing that down into the little spaces there where the rocks are.
Which is where paint, as you say.
Here.
This one here, right. So I go down this wee bit here.
Yeah. Just keep it coming, and then we want to get that broken edge coming down there.
Yeah.
See, the whole thing, the direction of the brush stroke is very important here.
Yeah.
Because it gives the feeling of the fall, you know. There I'm just coming down into those little rocky areas. Bring that right down here, Gerry, as well.
Okay.
If you just... No, this
one.
one,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong paint.
This is Windsor yellow and Windsor blue with a little bit of light red just to give that earthiness.
How far do you want this to go?
Take it right down. That's it, and use the side of the brush there. That's fine.
Here, right.
And then you can... That's fine. That's grand.
Okay, right.
I will just put those little bits on with the smaller brush. Now, while that's drying, I want you to feed in another colour. And this is to give the variation in green. Now, if you just hit it in places like that, see the way it'll bleed in?
Yeah.
And just nice long sweeps. That's it.
Yeah.
See there? See the way it blends into it?
You see, I didn't get the line of the mountain there, so it didn't look right there.
That's right, it looked as if the mountain was running up the hill.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I suppose if you turned it the other way, it would be running up the
hill.
Well,
let's not turn the mountain just yet.
Right, that's most of the background hills sorted out, Gerry. We have the sweeping slopes of the mountain there that's in the middle distance. And I'll tell you something, that tide's coming in now, so we need to crack on here with these dark caves and cliffs along the...
Cave work, right. Okay.
So what we want to do there, to give the impression of those big jagged rocks, we put on a very light wash, first of all, a very greyish wash. That's maybe a wee bit too thick. So I'm just going to lighten that up with a bit of water. And we want to cover that whole area with that greyish tone to represent the stones and rocks over there. And then while that's drying, we can feed some of that dark colour in. So if you want to continue with that, Gerry.
Just keep doing that kind of thing there.
Fill it all in.
Right, okay. Right.
And if you leave a little white fleck here and there, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Well, I leave white flecks and I know what happens.
You see, if you look out there, you can see that there are white flecks on the rocks, and that's just the light reflecting off the face of the stone.
Yeah, it looks, yeah, I can see that.
Just watch you don't go into the water.
Right.
That'll do a rock on the beach, won't it?
Right. So a tiny, deliberate rock there. Yeah, you can see that taking shape. This is the line here we don't want to cross.
Yes.
Right.
So coming right along there. It's just to give an underlying colour of stone.
Light's a marvellous thing.
And just let me give you some more paint. And if you... You're right.
I would paint on, you know, getting excited, you say.
And do this whole area here, and then we'll feed some dark colour into that, just to show you how effective it is in showing that darkness in the rock.
Used to be a lot of darkness around here. I remember my grandfather telling me the first time they got the electric light here, because life has changed very little here for about 100 years, up until about the early 60s. Nobody had electric light. Right. And then when the electric light came, it frightened him, because he'd seen corners of the house he'd never seen before. I mean, you think about it, you know.
I could well imagine that, you know. Now we'll just feed in some of this. Can you see that there now, with that dark? And if we put a few wee bits running up, you see the way it explodes into the wash that you have just put on?
I see that, yeah.
Try that.
Okay.
Now keep the bottom line very straight, because that's where the water's cutting off against the rocks.
Okay, and you do that.
Yeah, just a few wee flicks here and there.
Yeah.
Keep it right down, Gerry. You see, that's it. Because those rocks have been cut off by the sea.
Yeah.
Just let me have that there again for a sec.
Yeah.
You see there, that has to be really level along the rocky bit there.
Yeah.
We're going to move on now to the water, and really that's what we're going to use, a very dilute mix of cerulean blue with a little bit of crimson to give that nice bluey shine. It's a lovely light blue.
Is this the trickiest part of the painting, is it?
Not really, it's very simple. We just have to put on 3 washes. A light wash for the underneath colour, and then we'll show some of that texture on the water, you know, the ripples and the deeper areas. We'll put on the same wash again over the top just to give us that wee bit of definition.
Alright then.
So it's a mixture of cerulean blue, crimson and lots of water. And we're going to work down to the wave here, because we want to leave those white tops. So just coming across, there you go.
Right, come across the whole way over.
Yeah. That's it, bring it right across. Now that wash, the first wash is dry, but it looks a little bit flat. So what we have to do, just to liven that up slightly, is use the same colour again, and we're coming across putting another layer of that colour on. So if you just take that, Gerry,
how far do we bring that over?
Bring it over to about halfway and then fade it out.
Right.
That's fine, but keep it flat. That's it.
Sorry, yeah.
Come back and fill this whole area here.
All right.
That's it.